Ho ho ho, folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream! I love how my voice pitched all the way back up as I went through that. Like, not that this is particularly high-pitched or anything, although it has been described as a disarming falsetto, which I'll take, because that's cute. But hi, how's it going? It's my very festive Christmas stream. How's it going? Hello to Wales, Silent Singer, hello Criddle. I see Empirical Woodland hiding in there. I see a lot of gifted subs. That's amazing. Soup is here. Slacker is here. Everybody, please enjoy your badges and your new emotes and all of these cool things. Yeah, look at that excited penguin. Look at her go. So, what are we doing today? We're starting a hype train, apparently. Amazing. No, what are we doing? So, it's my Christmas special. And I was wondering to myself, what am I gonna do? Because I could play games that take place at or around Christmas, or I could probably find some games with Santa in them. Maybe tie-in games for a movie that plays at or around Christmas, you know, like The Italian Job or that kind of thing. And then I thought, what could be more Christmassy than Monopoly? So we're going to do that. And specifically, I'm going to go over my game so I can show you. Look at this. We're going to do the Xbox 360 version of Monopoly. And specifically, we're going to do this one, the richest version of Monopoly. I'm going to turn you down a little bit. There we go. Now, this always confused me, because I'm pretty sure that you win a regular version of Monopoly by becoming the richest. Also, a disappearing act. Thank you very much for stopping in and saying hi. That's great. Soup, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is fine. So yeah, the richest mode, which is weird, because pretty sure becoming the richest is how you win Monopoly, but I don't know. I've never finished a game of Monopoly. And I don't believe that anyone else ever has. So, take your pick. Now, we're going to go for developer to begin with, because it's like short mode. Just to get used to what we're doing, and then we're going to take a look at a longer game once we've got a grip on things. And yeah, we've got a lot of boards to choose from. So like we got the cheese board, and jungle world, and the ice world. This one's pretty clever, cardboard. I like that one. But to begin with, we're going to do the classic board, because I very much enjoy it when Americans try to pronounce English place names. Like Chumley. Alright, just one person there. So, this is me. And because we're playing on the classic Monopoly board, we can pick from the classic Monopoly pieces. So, while I'm putting my name in, it's time for the first big talking point of the stream, chat. Both present and watching on the VOD. What is the best Monopoly piece? There it is. Let's get my name put in. Now, while we're doing this one, I wish to remind you that my channel is a safe space, and we welcome the free and open discussion of ideas, and like whatever your opinion is of the best Monopoly piece, you are welcome to share it here, and I will hear your opinions, all of you. Which is my way of saying that if you didn't choose the dog, then I respect your decision, but you chose wrong. The AI, we're going to set on medium, and do some random rolls for their pieces. Oh, there you go, the battle sheet. Here, that's for Empirical Woodland. And did I nearly roll that one all the way up? Apparently, yes. And a dapper top hat. There we go. Right. Putting the guys on medium skill, I don't think changes the way that they play the game. It's more how the RNG slants towards or against them. But we'll see that when we get there, as we play the game. So let's go.
Forget what you know about Monopoly. This is something completely new.
Forget that video stalling and me panicking, because A, that tutorial is not particularly useful. It helps to have someone sitting here explaining the game to you, so there you go. So first thing that I like about this is that every board takes place in its own little diorama like this. So because we're on classic Monopoly, we're in a museum with the rest of the fossils. But like, look at all that. Like, that's the world piece on the board over there. Oh dang, Soup, that's a good angle. That is a big brain angle from Soup. You make a good point.
Let's see what happens on
Okay,
this roll.
so we begin by rolling the dice. And that's a pretty good spread. Unfortunately, the setup to the game is a little bit backwards, because we roll the dice and then we, the player, immediately throw to a minigame. So we're going to go and do that. Now, the minigames are all based on Monopoly cards. So we've got elected chair... Well, I was going to say chairman of the board, because that's when I played it. But they've updated it. Look, it's chairperson of the board. And there's advance to go to jail, all that sort of stuff.
Can you swing the election in your favor?
So in this one, we have to find the blue tickets, because we're the blue player. And click on them.
2, 1, go!
And we get this jazzy, like, Art Deco music. Yes, please. So, this is what this game is. It's Monopoly Party. It's great. And I love it. I've played this with friends. They didn't much enjoy it. But, genuinely, this is one of my favorite ways to play Monopoly. I love it. I'm a big fan of video game versions of board games, and I always have been.
How exciting was that game? You guys are phenomenal. Player 1, you'll be up first to choose from the dice. It's the first round, so picking high might be your best option here.
Okay, so, you may have caught from Mr. Monopoly there, we now choose one of these dice in order of our placement in the previous game. So because I placed first, I get the first pick. The number we choose determines how many squares we get to claim. So 2, 2, 5, and 6. There is kind of a meta to this, eventually. But because it's the first round, you pick the highest number. Always pick the highest number in the first round. Jelly Floof. I'm so excited to see people. My voice is going. Hi, how are you? Please do come on in. And Ella. Good to have you as well. Also, we got Whitechapel Road. That is a good place to start off with, because that lets me explain what's going on in this game. Oh, and Old Kent Road as well. Amazing. That's even more useful. Okay. So you can speed up this round, but I'm going to choose not to this time round. And I'll show you why. So you see, bottom left, player 3 has landed on Old Kent Road. So they've claimed Old Kent Road, and the value of that piece has been added to their wallet. So they've got $60. And you see there, I'm on Whitechapel Road. So as Mr. Monopoly does his little lap around the board, I now own Whitechapel Road, and the value goes into my wallet. I have landed on Euston Road. Hell yeah, Britain has regional monopoly. You're going to see some great place names around. Check it out, Whitehall. That's mine now. I own that. And so this is how it goes. You're going to want to land further around the board to get more money. However, this is completely random, entirely arbitrary, and genuinely unfair. And I love it. And you're not going to see as much of it in the first round, because obviously it's the first round. But you are going to see slightly more backstabbing going on in upcoming rounds. Jellyfloof, go to Stoke. Go directly to Stoke. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Go to Stoke.
You've all gained lots of property. Let's take a look at the leaderboard to find out the richest player. Player 2, you're the richest player.
Alright, Q, my #1 lurker. Well, that's cool. Thank you for checking in and also lurking. I appreciate you very much. So, these are the standings after the first round. Player 2, despite getting fewer tokens than me, got more of them further around the board, so they're richer than I am. I'm second, and then player 4, then player 3. Do you see what I mean about how this game is just arbitrary and unfair? It's great.
I wonder what the dice will have in store for everyone.
We have a board game called Anti-Monopoly, which is... I also never played it, so I couldn't tell you.
Pump it up. Get to the end of the line.
Okay,
before the
this
other
one,
players.
you have to... We also have Go for Broke. There's that as well.
3,
So this one,
2,
you have to sort of pump the left control stick up and down, but you also have to keep the rhythm up. Because if you drop the rhythm, then the combo drops, and that's not cool. Also, if you go too fast, then your little guy gets tired and you have to take a break and you slow down. So this is how the game manages to balance this mode of play. You see that player 2 there's got a load of money on his little pump truck. It's harder for him to start, and it's harder for him to keep going. Meanwhile, players 3 and 4, they can just go, and it's a lot easier to do that. I'm going to go for 5.
You're going to drop 5 of your tokens on the board.
That was a terrible roll. Oh my god. I'll take Park Lane, but those other ones, no thank you. Click, hello. Merry Christmas to you too. I hope you're not... I hope it's a good time for you, as best as it can be. I know it tends to be hell for some people, like me, working retail, but... Hey, you know. Right. So, as we go around the board,
So it's now yours.
as before, the empty squares become claimed. The angel is my favorite square,
And take a property from one of the
because
richest
it's called the angel.
You owe 1 property in rent.
Actually, have any of my pieces landed on another player's square? I don't believe so. So I will explain that right now, actually. So, just going to pause for now so I can get this out before the game happens. Player 2 has landed on an owned property. Because there is no money in this game as such, you pay rent with properties. So I'm going to get one of his properties added to my wallet. In turn, if there's a monopoly, I think it's 2 houses get you 3, hotels get you 4. So take a look. Someone's going to go from his wallet to mine. Oh, the electric company. Nice. That's one that I would always prioritize getting. Don't know why. I just liked it.
Time to give up 1 property in rent.
And those brown ones are...
Time to take a property from another player.
Ooh. Well, obviously, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to pick Bond Street. Because now I get a second one from player 2. Because now he owes me rent now.
What a delightful property.
See, tactics! I'm not super great at, like, Final Fantasy tactics.
Community chess
But
time.
let me tell you about
Only 1 community chess
being
card in this
conniving
It
in
changes
Monopoly.
the poorest player, regardless who lands on the square. The poorest player gets to take any 3 properties from any of the other players. Take 1 from every player, or target your biggest rival. destroy someone's monopoly, or even build one of your own. It's all up to you.
So as we go from the explanation there, Community Chest is good at shaking up the balance because now player 3, who currently has basically no money, they just get to, they take the brown ones back again. Oh, and he took Bond Street off me. How rude.
It's going to cost you 1 property. You're the richest player, but don't have any monopolies.
Oh, it's
Looks like
unlucky.
this chance has passed you by. Nobody owns this property, so it's now yours.
City of Coventry was represented in my head solely by the yellow Monopoly card. That's fair. I can see that. For me, it was represented by a team in Football Manager, because that was the only exposure I'd had to Coventry when I was a child. So there you go. Also, I'm winning now. Don't read too much into that, because that can change, and quickly.
What the dice have in store for this round.
That's an okay one.
Let's fill the stockings until they're about to burst. 3.
So this one, you just have to grab the presents and shove them into your stockings over there. While this jaunty Christmas music plays, I sampled this for when I Let's Play this game with my friends. This was the intro and outro music. Because it's so cheesy. Oh! Look, player 4 received sadness for Christmas. That cracks me up every time, and I don't know why.
We're going to drop 3 of your tokens on the board.
Really, we're gonna give me a chance card again? That's fine. Oh, and it's the same one as before that did nothing. I'll take it. Because I have no choice but to.
Let's get this show on the road.
So this is why this is my favorite version of Monopoly, incidentally. Partly because it's very
Rent is due, and it's going to cost you
silly
1 property.
and very frenetic.
Time to pay 1 property
But
in rent.
we are, what are we, 20 minutes into the stream? Not even 20 minutes of gameplay. And we're most of the way through a game of Monopoly. It just condenses everything right down into its rawest form. And I like that.
Time to give up 1 property in rent.
I mean, there's a lot of very nice presentation done as well. Like, if you look at how Mr. Monopoly moves, all these little hops and skips that he does. Hello from Kelly and Baby! Hello, Kelly and Baby! I hope you're both doing well. I hope you're both keeping safe.
It's in your portfolio.
I don't know where anyone is, like, specifically, but I know that the weather is going bananas right now. So, everybody remains
You're
safe.
the richest player, but don't have any monopolies. Looks like this chance has passed you by. Time to pay 1 property in rent. What a round! Player 1, you're the richest player.
See, it's pretty cold, says Kelly. Stay warm, North America.
I wonder what
The
numbers
pipes
are
have
going to be on the
frozen.
dice.
That is a bad time. See, Jelly is also. I hope Jelly is okay. Jelly is on the ball with picking the
You
dog.
remember your anatomy lessons?
You want to pick the dog.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so this one, you have to find the requested piece, like body part, and hold A over the top of it, and X-ray it. That's the liver. That's what that is. And the way that they balance this one is there are some... There you go. The richest player has to take more pictures. And also there are things you have to find that aren't body parts. Like there's someone had to find a diamond ring, for example.
Well played, everyone. Nice one.
Pound Cake
player
is here
4.
but lurking. Amazing.
Halfway
Thank you
through,
very much
and
for
the
checking in.
board's pretty jam. Choose carefully. You pick 1. That's 1 token on the board.
Yeah, see, player 4 knows what's up. So because the board is full, generally speaking, you're going to want to play lower numbers. Because that way there are fewer tokens on the board, fewer chances to... Like me, I've got to pay rent on that train station now. Don't even own the train station. This is why renting is garbage. It oughtn't be allowed. Also, yeah, Criddle, you live up a mountain, so you absolutely need to be careful with this cold weather. Criddle has redeemed some show and tell. Well, we'll do that after this game. Somebody's probably going to have to remind me to do that after this game. Because I'm likely to forget.
Two more to pay. Time to give up one
So something this game kind of glossed over there. You can just take a set of houses instead of a property, which doesn't do you any favors, but it just makes it harder for the other players. I can't believe we are currently playing a game of Monopoly where like the brown tiles are the most hotly contested pieces. Ridiculous.
Time to pay one property in rent.
Oh, there is a poll going in chat. What is the best? There you go. What is the best Monopoly piece?
Time for the poorest player to
There we go. I've cast my vote.
This is going to get interesting.
I feel like it's just a joke at this point.
We
We gotta hotly contest the brown pieces.
One more to pay.
Player 3. Player 3 can have Eastern Road. I'm keeping the Angel. You want to talk about weird Monopoly pieces?
Check out the leaderboard.
My parents had a version of Monopoly. I believe they still have it. Where the car, instead of being the little cigar-shaped F1 car,
Let's see what
it's
happens
like
on this
a
vote.
Camaro. It's weird. And I've never seen it in any other Monopoly set.
Advance to go as quickly as you can.
I'm kind of convinced that they just had a pewter car
Go!
and they just put it in there. Oh hey, speaking of the Italian job, everyone do their cool driving in their cool vans. I'm sitting in the blue one. You're not having a bloody migraine. And the rest of that. I was genuinely going to play the Italian job and just make it a running joke in my channel that like 4 years in a row, that's what I've done for Christmas. I've just found different ways of presenting it. Oh, oh! I got second there. Exactly. Only the bloody doors are to be blown off. That's how that quote goes, right?
Between any of you.
Pretty sure.
You have first choice of the dice player 4. We're going to drop one of your tokens on the board.
Now see, if Click is here, he may appreciate this one. When you come back from the minigames, the pieces, like the position markers flying to their relative players, that always reminded me of Shuriken. Especially because they make that satisfying noise when they land in the corner. That's how I took it, anyway. How has Mayfair gone unclaimed this whole time?
Let's get this show on the road.
I don't know. RNG, I guess.
Ooh, community chest. Things look set to change.
Who's this? Player... Oh no, player 2. My rival. Criddle, I believe we have 2 rounds left,
Delightful development. Those
and then I
houses
shall
look
show
great.
you
What a
and tell
stroke of
you,
luck. It's one of yours.
and then we'll do the full game.
Let's turn the tables and take a property from one of the richer players. Relax. It's one of yours. You owe 1 property in rent.
So one of the achievements for this game, there are achievements for this game, by the way. I have them all. One of the achievements is to
Time to pay 1
have
property in
owned
rent.
every property on every board. And this is the best way to do that. Because you don't need to buy anything, the game
You
just
owe 1 property in rent.
randomly assigns you
Rent is due, and it's going to cost
properties
you
and they count towards your little passport.
Time to give up 1 property in rent. You owe 1 property.
Well,
1 more to pay.
thank you for contributing your channel points to Not a Dog.
Looks like this.
Clay. I appreciate that very much.
Property. For some round, let's check out the leaderboard. Player 1, you're the richest player.
All right, here we go. This is the last round.
Let's find out.
And not so much in the short version, but in the full version of the game,
Stash that cash.
even in the final round, the game can come back and bite you.
1, go.
To the point that there is an achievement for starting the final round in last place and winning the game overall. Again, you gotta have the RNG on your side, but it's doable. I'm bad at this today. So what we're doing here is we have to slingshot our bags of money into our safe. And I am unsecured, apparently. So that Click likes the hat.
What a game.
Alright.
Nice one, player 2.
It is rare that I see
Final
people
round.
pick the hat.
Consider your options. Your choice
Like, it's
may
not a
not
bad
determine
piece, it's
your
not the
fate.
wheelbarrow,
Pick 2.
but
That's
nobody
2
seems to
tokens on the
be
board.
eager to go for the hat. I'm still swayed by Soup's idea. That's some next level thinking. Well, I guess I'm stuck with number 4, so let's pick number 4.
It's the last round. I can't wait to find out who's the richest. Rent is due, and it's going to cost you 1 property.
Do you know what? I would actually be down for this. Wonderful! Rent is due! Yes! I could be down for that.
Relax. It's in your portfolio. You're the richest player, but don't
That's
have
about
anyone
all I
nominate.
can do as
Looks
Professor
like this.
Oak. By and large, because of
Time to give up
Pokemon
1
Snap.
property in rent. What a stroke
I
of luck.
see.
One
Wonderful.
of yours.
That's about it.
Time to pay 1 property in rent.
And then everybody was relegated to like
Time
non-speaking
for the
roles
poorest
in
player
Snap
to take
2.
3 properties. This is going to get interesting.
Alright, player 2. They're gonna take the brown tiles again, aren't they? If they don't already own them. Why? Why would you do that? The purple tiles are right there.
Time to pay 1 property in rent. You owe 1 property in rent. What a delightful property! It's yours now.
Is that a comment on the stream there, Miracle Woodland? I should mention there is also an achievement for getting a complete shutout and owning every square on this board. So is doable.
game. Who won it?
Would you look at that? It's me somehow. Possibly because we were on the short mode.
Which beyond your wildest dreams?
Don't you worry, long form mode will change that. Also, we get an actual victory lap. I like it.
Tremendous.
I think you mean wonderful, Mr. Monopoly. I hope everybody enjoyed that screen, because you're probably not going to see it after the hard mode.
Welcome to Monopoly.
I'm pretty sure we're already playing Monopoly, my guy. So let's just skip that. Skip that avatar. Is that from Rumble Roses? No, it's not. Let's load some game data and then go do show and tell. Because I don't want to wind up Criddle. Because if I wind up Criddle, I'm the one who has to deal with it in the aftermath. And so do you, being part of the mod channel. In the Discord. Which I have. Go join the Discord. Let's go do show and tell. Today's show and tell is a squirrel eating a piece of toast. Did I show this one off? I feel like I showed this one off already. Because that's a fairly old picture. You can tell because the grass is green. But yes, this particular day I was walking home from work and I happened to see a squirrel hanging out on the bin having a piece of toast. And I crept up to it, and that's about as close as I could get taking the picture before it ran away. I have shown this one off before, and I'll tell you why. Because fellow streamer friend Zashilato commented, "The squirrel is late for school." Well, there you go. Please enjoy this stream exclusive show and tell, because I'm not backing this one up to YouTube, having done it already. I hope you don't feel too cheated by looking at this cool squirrel. There is a surprising number of them about town if you're quiet and you know where to look. Like I've mentioned, we've seen them hanging around outside the back of work. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you get a repeat, but also accidentally. I didn't do this on purpose. Do I have anything ready to go? Hang on. I do. Alright, give me a second. Let's see how this works. Save you as... Nope, that's not going to work because that's the wrong file. Well, if you feel cheated, you can get a refund. I'll definitely show something different next time. I'm very, very sorry. Actually, no. How's about this one? How's about this one? Save you as that. And then do a bit of that. Have I shown this off before? This is what I made for Valentine's Day for the guys at work. These are honey cookie hearts. And somebody looked at them and went, "They look like they're from the professional bakery." And I was very proud of that. How's that? Not only do you get a show and tell, you get a twofer. Are you happy now? I'm gonna go back to this one because Click asks, "You love all the people at work?" Yes, I do. I love the people that I work with because we are a lot of just bonkers people who work there, and we all tend to get on pretty well. And generally speaking, it's a very tight unit that we work with. And I like it. Like, the fact that I can gently bully the people that I work with is fantastic. And if I couldn't, I would be very, very upset. In Berkowithan, look at this joker over here, implying somebody likes me. Good one. Alright, which mode have we set? Tycoon. Right, we're gonna do a full game now. And we're not going to pick a classic board. We're going to pick something else. What board are we going to pick? Does anyone have any picks? I know what my pick is. And I'm not going to tell you what my pick is, but, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys can work it out. Actually, I'm going to show you this. So, something cool. If you pick the classic board, then, okay, cool, here's your little Norman Rockwell-looking Monopoly tokens. But if you pick, like, the sweet board, everything becomes sweetie themed, and like it's all frosted, and you get to pick sugar cookies as your tokens. And if you pick a cheese board, like a sensible person, check it out, everything is cheese now. This is the best board in the world. I'm just gonna stick with player 1 this time as my name, because I don't want to enter that again. But the pieces have changed as well. So we have a little mouse, and a cheese grater, and some cheese, some wine, presumably. That. Grapes? I'm gonna say that's grapes. Witch's finger. And we're back to the mouse. So, do we have preference? Grapes? A baguette? It's probably a baguette, let's be honest, because it's cheese. Grommet. Well, click. Now you know we have to pick that one for our character. So, what do we want for the other characters? Well, you gotta have cheese, because it's the cheese board. And well, this one's pretty great. And the wine, I see the wine. We're gonna have the wine. There you go. Here is our lineup for the cheese board. Oh goodness, let's play a full game of speed round Monopoly.
Forget what you know about Monopoly.
I'm gonna skip over that again because he's supposed to have this whole little video thing where he walks around the board and he kind of explains what's going on, but he doesn't. Oh my god, what is this music? It's like Mirror B has come back to join us in Monopoly. But also, look at this! Now we're taking place on a little table in an Italian house. And we've actually got this, like, proper oak board. And all the things are burnt into it. Love has gone into making this game. Like, every single board has its own theming like this. It's great. That one wasn't a pun. I should have saved it for that. I hope you don't hurt too much, Cruddle, or that you don't mind it, because I've got a lot of cheesy jokes ready to go. Not even prepared. Someone said, hey, do you want a joke book full of cheesy jokes? And I'm like, nah, I could probably just wing it. I think it's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go with a sound warning on this one.
Trains, eh? It's up to you to make sure it arrives on schedule.
I like trains.
3,
So...
2, 1, go!
Yeah, time to mute, because listen to these wonderful engine sounds and brake sounds. Pour it on. I love it. I literally cannot hear myself speaking right now. I have to shout over this. Yeah, I know, right? It's terrible. Thankfully, it's the shortest iteration of this game that it could possibly be. Because everyone has to stop at 4 stations, and they're as big as they can be. And the way that they balance this in Player 3, what are you doing?
Now back to
Thank
my
you.
call's game. Let's check the results. To
Alright,
see if
listen to the
the
shuriken noises.
winner will get the
You
first
see?
pick of the
Thud.
dice. Let's see who finished on top in that game. Well done, player 1. It's probably best to pick high in this round.
Yeah, to be fair, Empirical Woodland, this is definitely why nobody wants to play this game with me.
You pick 6.
And not because it's from like 2008 and Monopoly with no online functionality. So, hey, there you go. I feel like dice made of cheese would roll well once. And then they just get kind of squishy and you'd feel awful for picking up cheese. Or at least picking it up without intention of eating said. Oh, here we go. Right out the gate, someone's got both the brown tiles. Also pretty cool. Check it out! He's changed his outfit! And this is what happens if you speed up the first round. It just round the board it goes. Everyone gets their points. That's the end of the first round.
Well done, everybody. That's round 1 done. I can see you've all gained
Because
some property. Let's take a look
you're
at
just
the leaderboard to
amassing
find out the richest
collateral
player.
in the first
Player
round.
one,
You don't
you're the
actually
richest
need
player.
to. You don't need to like think about it. What cheeses are the purples? I will check when
Let's
we
see
get
what
to
the
it.
dice have in store for this round.
I wasn't actually paying attention, but when we get back to the board, we'll take a look at it, and I'll tell you what the purple cheeses are.
Get that money. Make it happen. 3,
Hey, this one again.
1, go!
Yes, sadly. So this is one of my sort of complaints about the game. There are 12 mini-games, so we're going to see all of them in this gameplay mode, and we're going to see repeats of 6 of them. And, you know, it's Monopoly, and it's a side version of Monopoly, not even the main game.
Game.
But
Well done, player 4.
maybe give us a pool of
Pick 4. That's
15 to
4
20,
tokens on the
and
board.
then that we go from there. Again, do it, Mario Pot. Feta? Feta cheese doesn't deserve to be the final token on the board. What's that? Oh, nice! So, in this version of the game,
Let's get this show on the road.
there are 3 or 4 additional chance and community chest cards each, and the 4 corner tiles open up. And in this case, because I landed on go, I get to take any unowned property on the board. So even though I complained about it, I'm going to take feta cheese.
Time to pay 1 property in rent.
I am required by law to pronounce it Wensleydale.
Complete the set to form
And do the little finger thing. It's the law in England. You have to. Do I want to move a token? Sure. No, I don't. I'm going to stay there. And I'm just going to stay right here on the cheese wagon. Thank you very much. Criddle can confirm, having spoken to me on occasion, that... Oh, dang, the Cracker Factory?
Nobody owns this property.
Bill House's dad's a
Now
pretty
yours.
big wheel down there.
Time to give up 1 property in rent.
Also, check that out! The red cheeses, you've got Double Gloucester, Red Leicester, and Edam. They are red cheeses.
3 properties will be taken from you.
Oh, that's pretty clever. I like that.
You You owe one property in rent.
I talked over it. If you land on go to jail,
Rent is due.
then
It's going to cost
you just
one
lose 3 tiles. They go back into the
property owns this
pool,
property, so it's now
and
yours.
you can... They just become available. It's very useful.
You have no
Zarkrai,
available properties to pay
hello.
rent.
Am I winning?
That was some run.
Yes,
Let's check
but
out
barely.
Player one, you're the richest player.
Now see, here's the thing. Player 3 over here has no money. So if we get any of the poorest player gets to screw over the rich players, they are going to make
Let's see
bank.
what the dice have in store for this round.
And I'm in trouble on this one, because there are cards in this version which specifically say
Stop that ambulance.
you take from the richest player. No hat piece, you say?
On your
Okay.
mark. Get set. Go!
Seriously, that's what we called gameplay when I was a kid, and we liked it. So it's funny you mentioned this, Zarkrai.
Check
I
the
was
results
literally
and
just
see
now
who
saying
won.
this, how
First choice of the dice, player one.
it's very rare to see people bring up the hat piece, but
Going to
Click
put 4 of your tokens
Click's
on
a
the
hat
board.
man. He likes the hat. So, there you go. Apparently, I'm wrong, and I have learned something today. Oh, and Pound Cake coming out of the woodwork just to prove me wrong. That's... Madam. Well, there you go. There's your new emote. It's just going to be the top hat piece.
Time for a stroll. Such a
I'm not even going to make it a transparent background. You're just going to get the checkerboard.
It's income tax time. Pay a property in tax. You owe one property in rent. Let's turn the tables and take a property from one of the richer players.
Oh, really? I just get to steal something? Okay. I am going to make a monopoly. Oh, there you go. So there's your other purple tile. Feta cheese and halloumi. Which... I mean, fair, I guess.
Time to give up one property in rent.
Hey, chat. What did the cheese say when it saw itself in the mirror?
Property, it's yours now.
Halloumi. Ah, come on, that was great. All of these are great. I got so many of these.
Time to take a property from another player.
Darkrai didn't like that pun. He's coming at me with the knives. I've got to make my jokes more carefully going forwards. No? Come on.
Time to acquire some property. Oh no. You have to give up 3 of your properties to the law. No appeals process here, I'm afraid. Rent is due,
See,
and it's going to cost you 1 property.
I like that in chat we've got the idea that it's,
You're the
at least it's
richest player, but
consistent.
don't have any
The,
monopolies. Looks
the
like
sheepy
this.
cheeses are up here,
Past your
but they
time.
shouldn't be
You owe 1 property
because
in rent.
they're not. They're not the best. Please do not ban me from my Discord. I'll stop making cheesy jokes, I promise. I won't. Anyway, because it's the end of the 3rd round, you can trade. Am I going to trade? Yes. I am going to try. Right. I'll take halloumi. In return, you receive brie and camembert. Is this going to work? Yes, it did! Alright, I am very surprised to find that happen. The AI doesn't like trading very much, but
For some round.
there you go.
See what it did to the leaderboard. Can anybody catch player 1? I wonder what numbers are going to be on the dice. Let's find out.
If anybody's going to take over the Discord, I'm glad that it's Creddle. She is, after all, my cheddar half. I'm sitting here grinning like the cat with the cream, because that was a good one. Alright, so this is a new game.
Higher or lower?
This is
3, 2,
random.
1, go!
Are the stocks going to go up or down? Are they going to go up or down? I'm going to say down. It seems to be the market for going down. Alright, it's gone down. So on day 2, the odds change slightly. Is it going to go up or down? And you can see the odds very quickly displayed on the board there. Oh! Tuesday, you are so close to greatness. Do we have any Spanish cheeses on the board? Do we have examples of Spanish cheeses that I could go, ah, yes, that one, actually? I don't know, because I don't actually know what cheeses exist on this board. So, we encourage our friends in this stream, Criddle. And we... See, I reckon the other players had some insider trading going on. Alright. I'm going to say down again. I have faith. Right, now this game is incredibly buggy. Is it going to bug now? No. Okay, so...
How close was that?
There are instances where that game will just... It will do Friday. Over and over and over and over again. Friday, 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 Friday. Until it stops. For some reason. In the past, I've had it jump right back to Monday. And go through. And I don't know what makes this happen. It just kind of does. And it's wild because usually this game is incredibly stable. I don't think I've ever had it crash or even hang on me. Except for that game. That's the buggy one. A disappearing act? I do not remember that on News Round. That seems like genuinely important news. What is Wallace's favorite cheese? I feel like I'm walking into a trap.
Choose the monopoly you want to build on. Delightful development. Those houses look great. Just visiting me.
Also, yeah, laughing too hard is great. Again, I refer back to the start of Shadow the Hedgehog, which only I heard. I was crying with laughter. That game was great. Oh, here we go. So this is one of the new community chest tokens for this, like, the hard mode. Forget all your positioning. Every subsequent tile has shuffled along by one. Have fun with that.
Rent is due, and it's going to cost you 1 property.
Do I want to move a token? I don't know, actually, because... all subs... Oh, actually, yes, I do. I'm going to move off Bree. And I'm going to go over here onto Red Leicester. Because that way, I don't have to... I don't have to pay rent.
It's your property. Just enjoy.
That is... That is a spectacular news round story. Was it a slow news day?
community chess time. And it's an
Oh,
all-new
no.
card in this game. No matter who lands on the square, the poorest player will get to take a Monopoly from any of the other players, unless there's a hotel on it.
Yes! Take those brown tiles, it's fine.
Time to take from the rich.
Especially if you're going to take mascarpone. That's really good for hiding horses, I hear.
Rent is due, and it's going to cost you one property. We all have to pay taxes.
After a point, I feel like you're just not going to be able to trust anything that I say, because it's like, where is he going with this? Is there a cheese pun coming at the end of this? Maybe. To the bank. The bank can have water biscuit barge. Zarkrai, eat a lot of cheese, please. Keep it fitting with what we're doing on stream, please and thank you.
Has the leaderboard changed? Let's find out. Player 1, you're the richest player.
No cheese quotes? We really need to work on
In
this.
store for this round.
Or do we? Because as soon as a cheese pun comes out, then Criddle's just gonna start yelling at
The
me.
stockings. 3,
And I'm gonna feel really bad.
go!
Whoop. I don't think the size of these presents matters. You just have to put, like, a certain number into the stocking. There it is.
Let's see who finished on top in that game. Nice one.
Ah, pound cake! Yes!
Drop 4 of your tokens on the board.
Please, please, come to the dark side. Join me with my cheese puns. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna play it on the safe side over here. Is the community chest a picnic basket? I've only just noticed that.
Competitive board.
That's pretty cool, actually. That is quite possibly the best one to get right at the start of the round. So let's go.
Time to take from the rich.
Can confirm it did work for pound cake. That making puns helped find someone. It's great. Oh no.
Time to take from the rich.
I love this running joke.
You owe one
The-
property in
it's the brown tiles. Always the brown tiles. You can have... Do you know what? You can have Gruyere, because... I like it. I like cooking with Gruyere. You put it in some cheese, and
to pay one property in rent.
then your hands smell like Gruyere for the rest of your life. It's a very smelly cheese.
That was some round.
Nothing
Let's see what it did
changes.
to the leaderboard. Player 1, you're the richest player.
Don't tell me that it's working. I'll just keep doing them. Alright, do you want another one? Let's go. What is a cheese's favorite TV channel? The Bree Bree Sea. There you go.
Pump it up. Get to the end of the line before the other players.
If ever there was a time for, like, a groan button on a stream deck, it would be today.
3,
Anyways,
2, 1, go!
let's go on one of these. And you know what? This one's actually serious. I thought that this kind of pump truck train thing, I thought that was going to be a much more prevalent method of travel in my adult life. Like, I thought I was actually going to be able to go on one of these at some point in my adult life. And I haven't. I've never even seen one. And I think, and I know I'm not the only person to think this, I think there could be a lucrative business to be made to just set up a length of track and you charge people to take the little pump truck up and down the track. Like, here you go, have an hour, become shredded, propelling yourself and a friend down the track. I think there's money there. I could be wrong. It is! Community chest is a picnic basket. That's so cute. How do you make it child safe? Send your kids to work on the railroad?
Another lap of the ball. I wonder what's going to happen this time.
I don't know. What error did occur for you? Why has the stream closed?
Well done. A set of houses to add to your wealth. Great.
I can't even look over at my router to see if everything's still going because it's hidden by my sound screen.
And it's going to cost you 1 property. 3 more to pay.
Too many cheese puns. Everything's exploded. There's nothing left but debris.
Relax. It's one of yours.
Come on.
Just got a property.
I like how I segued into that one.
Time to give up 1 property in rent.
Everybody shuffles along again.
Rent is due, and it's going to cost you 1 property. You owe 1
See, I don't know, Criddle. Everyone else seems to be liking these cheese puns. I feel like I should keep going.
You owe 1 property in rent.
Yeah, see, oh, Wales is getting on it. Don't stop relieving.
1 property.
Yeah.
Time to pay 1 property in rent. Tax must be paid. 1 property.
Oh, that one's just tax. Okay. Trading. Do I want to trade? I don't think I do. Because I own most things. Can I broker a good deal with someone? Okay. I receive land, and you receive culture. Just like the Romans would have done. Ah, oh, pound cake. Thank you, that was so good.
End of the round. Leaderboard time. Player 1, you're the richest player. I wonder what numbers are going to be on the dice. Let's find out.
I feel like receiving culture is more of a yogurt joke than a cheese joke. But I'll take it. I'll take that partial credit.
Time to stuff those.
Oh, see, look at that. Ninja'd. Great minds.
3, 2, 1, go!
So this one is kind of like the Christmas stocking one. You have to pick up the books and put them into your little book bag. And then this really cool sound plays. I hope it's not intrusive.
What a game! Player 1.
I like it though. I think it's kind of cool. It's sort of,
We're halfway through.
again, it fits into the Norman Rockwell
Choose carefully.
Norman Rockwell style that Monopoly tends to go for, or at least this Monopoly tends to go for at its core. Man, the agony of choice. Do I want 3 or 4? I'm gonna go for 3.
You're going to drop 3 of your tokens on the board.
Okay. You want to know why some of this stuff comes naturally to me, specifically with cheese? I'll tell you why. This is some CPC gamer lore, so sit down, you're gonna learn today. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I applied for culinary school. Because I figured, hey, do you know what? Maybe I like this cooking thing. Maybe I can get into that in the future. And initially, my parents were against it. I mentioned they didn't want me to go to this particular school because, oh man, that's for girls. You don't want to do none of that. Do you know what? I'm going to put a house here so nobody can take my brown tiles. Anyway, culinary school. And I thought it'd be cool to be like, hey, let's make food puns with the kids there, right? And unfortunately, didn't work out. As you know, I work in retail because I did not get into culinary school. And I'll tell you why. It's because...
This is getting pretty exciting.
Oh no. It is because, to get in, what you had to do was to make a dish of your choice, present it to the people who would be your... not lecturers, but like the teachers or mentors, I guess? Whatever the guy would be at the culinary school. And I made chili con queso, which is like this really spicy dip for nachos and that sort of stuff. And I think I did pretty well.
You can't make the rent.
Unfortunately, it was really, really basic, and they weren't that impressed, so on that basis, I didn't get into culinary school. And to this day, I'm mad that I was unfairly graded.
Who's going to be the richest player? Can anybody catch player one?
Just gonna take a sip and bask in that one.
Will it be high or low numbers from the dice?
Oh, maybe last one for you, Pancake. I'm not done yet.
Time to saw your way out. 3,
Okay,
1, go!
this one, you have to wiggle the joystick up and down, left and right. And occasionally push A to reorient it, so that you can soar along the bars the correct way. Ah! Somehow I took second on that. That's fine.
Well done, player 3. We're going to drop 3 of your tokens on the board.
That go could be an interesting development, because there is a... Oh, jeez. Screw it. 6. Everything's up in the air. So, I know a disappearing act in person, and they are pretty great. And they're the one, whenever I talk about like, my friend who's really good with bad, rambly puns, it's them. They will go for days before they finally drop the punchline, and you just... Oh, for God's sake. It was so obvious, but I missed it.
You can't pay any rent, as you've got nothing to give.
I'm so sorry, Player 4. I'm just...
What a result!
I feel like I'm just bullying you. And you, Player 2. Am I going for my shutout? I might be.
Can't pay any rent.
And I'm genuinely surprised if that is the case, because I...
It's in your portfolio.
Right, story time. Actual story time.
From the rich.
I played a round of this, just to see if I could, like... Is there anything to talk about in this game? And, like, yes, even without chat interaction, it's possible to just talk about what you're doing as you play it. And then,
Boom is is upon us.
I played it
All
again.
monopolies are about to get houses for free.
For fun.
Courtesy of the generously spirited
What a
community
concept,
chest.
right? And then I realized, oh dang, I'm actually just playing this game and having fun with it.
Hotels. How about that?
Even though every game I played in my test run, slash playing it for fun, I lost. Especially on the hardest difficulty, because there are a lot of cards that will just... No, you just lose now.
No properties in your portfolio, so no rent to pay.
Criddle, I hope you're not mad at us for all of these
You're the
spectacular
richest
cheese
player,
jokes.
And you have a monopoly. Lucky you. Let's build.
Oh, hell yeah!
Hotels built. These
Big old
properties are now
Pac-Man blocks on the brown tile. They're mine now.
you did. Player
Nobody
one,
can
you're
take
the
them
richest
from me.
player.
That is mozzarella good.
Everyone, get ready to see those dice.
I knew this was the right board to pick.
Time to win that vote. 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so here's a fun little tactic for this one that I have discovered. The game registers half button pushes, so all you need to do is to push the button in or release it, and that counts as collecting your ticket. Just for anyone doing a speed run of this game, apparently. I have no idea, by the way, I have no idea how they make that one more balanced.
Well played, everyone.
Maybe it's just a case that the people in last place have more tiles, first place have lead. I don't know.
Tokens on the board.
But something I do like about that game is that the tickets you have to grab are styled after your player pieces. So you see how our pieces are blue and they've got the little chevron there? And the green pieces have got a rounded end. And red doesn't exist apparently, so they have nothing. And the yellow ones are square-ended.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh no, am I mispronouncing words again? I do that sometimes. Oh no! Oh no! I may have made a monopoly. I may own everything. Truly, capitalism ruins everything. My point is, all of the tickets that you have to grab in that election game
No properties to pay
look
rent.
like our player tokens over here. And that's great. Oh, Chevra is the goat cheese. Okay. Do you know what?
To pay this round. What a result.
That is another Animal Crossing character who is named after the food that they make. Because you've got Angus and Patty, who are cows. There's Pate, who is a duck.
What a stroke of luck.
Some variety of duck.
One of yours.
And yeah, Chevra, the goat. She was one of the first people in my very first Animal Crossing town.
Oh no. You have to give up 3 of your
There was
properties
her
to the law.
and Pinky
No
Panda.
process here, I'm afraid.
Alright, you can have Emmental, because that will mean that player 3 will just claim that on their turn. And what else do I want to get rid of? Ricotta, because I don't know what that is. And feta, because I don't like feta cheese.
Time to acquire some property. It's your property. Just enjoy.
Lad baby, raising lots of money for charity. Don't ask which one and how or how much. Buy the single though. Oh, player 3, I'm so sorry. nobody can trade anymore because there are no tiles to trade. Alright. Let's do it this way. I take mozzarella. In turn, you get the blue tiles. Tax-free. Risk-free. Let's even out this playing field so that some other people can get some capital going.
Let's check out the leaderboard. Player 1, you're the richest player.
Because I like to think that this is how I would be if I came into substantial quantities of money. I don't need all of this, so how about y'all have it?
Beep beep. Advance to go as quickly as you can. 3, 2, 1, go!
This is another game that I do not fully understand how they balance it. I mean, obviously I'm getting more obstacles on my road, but we're all traveling the same speed at the same distance at the same speed. So I don't know. Maybe if they did the Mario Kart style, where first place it takes longer to get up to top speed. But they don't. They just do it like this. And out of all the games, this one makes it a lot harder to get one of the achievements. There is an achievement for, I think it's place last in every game, but still win. And that one makes it really hard to do that. Go is an interesting pick. Again, like before, you just free tile. Why not? They're going to lose it again when they get to the pink ones over there. But the option is there. They could potentially... That community chest card could be interesting as well. That could really shake things up.
Don't worry about rent when you own the property.
And this is the main problem with specifically this version of this game. The snowball mechanics are kind of crazy. Just as Keikaku had planned.
No properties to pay rent with. No more rent to pay this round. What a result!
Mate, you can't pay rent. You have nothing to pay rent with. I own everything. I control the universe. It's a little unfortunate, really.
Houses built. You sure know how to play this game.
Okay, here we go.
Any of the other players.
Oh, and it explains it as well. Well, it looks like more than one player is the poorest. Those players must now roll a dice each, and whoever has the highest number gets this community chest. Looks like player 2 then. Good job.
You have no available properties to pay rent.
Actually, yeah, how are you going to do that, player 2? I would have taken a bunch of properties that I owned.
Time to take from the rich.
Like that. I feel like chat has become too serious, so... Okay.
Wave goodbye to 3 of your properties.
How did the cheese paint his wife?
Poorest player,
He
here's your
double
chance.
glossed her.
Take any monopoly from any other player. Easy money.
Come on. That is also a good pun. See? You just bring old Wales back into the... I should just make all my commentary puns. I tried that with Haunting Ground. It didn't quite work. I've got a good one planned for Monday. You'll like my stupid intro on Monday.
Anybody catch player one? Let's see what the dice have in store for this round.
Alright, how's this one? What cheese do pirates like? Cheddar.
All players to theatre, please. There's a mini game that needs winning.
Alright, so this one,
2, 1.
I feel like this game, there is potential for cross-promotion with this game. Because, if I remember rightly, I believe I'm correct, the guys who make Monopoly also make Operation. Surely this could have been your guy from Operation. Yeah, they do. See, that could have been Operation. And you could have all the other board games being like,
We're going to drop one of your tokens on the
I don't know, The Game of Life, or Mousetrap, or something along those lines. Get that cross-promotion going. I'm going to go for 6. Give the other guys a bit of a chance. And I'm going to steal a bunch of cheese. And that's terrible.
Time to keep on moving.
And there's a friend of mine who has a very good pirate joke, and he loves it.
No more rent to pay this round. What a result.
Arden Slacker, you are 141.66% correct. That is exactly how Mousetrap works. And even when you have all the pieces, it never works. See, for me, it was the net. When I had Mousetrap, the net came down at the end and it just went chick, 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 clunk. And it didn't work. Just like that. That bot that nobody saw didn't work. Anyway, are you ready for the most flaccid looking earthquake ever? Look at that. Nothing. That's what that is. I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Well done. A set of houses to add to your wealth. Great stuff. You can't pay any rent, as you've got nothing to give.
Do you know what, Empirical Woodland? No, I don't want everything on my stream. I don't want to become famous. I don't want...
What a stroke of luck. It's one of yours.
To wire money to a Nigerian prince. It's been a while since I've had one of those emails, I'll be honest. But I don't want to do that either.
Who's going to be the richest player? Can anybody catch player one?
Okay. Final round time. Can player 2 run it all the way back with some community chest cards? Potentially.
Time to escape from the long arm of the law.
Go to jail.
3,
I
2,
don't think
1.
that's the case.
Go!
You'll never take me alive! So in this one, you have to wiggle the joystick, but also jump over the roadblocks. And because I'm in first place, I have the most roadblocks and the longest distance to run.
How close was that? Player
Well,
one.
once again, let me tell you about waggling the joysticks.
Final
Yeah.
round. Choose carefully. You pick 5.
Let's see how we go.
5 tokens on the board.
I'm also wondering, what are these sounds that are being made. Well, player 2 is definitely not running it back in this round. So all I really have to worry about is
It's the last round.
nothing, because there's no community chest or chance cards. Oh, but there could be one, because free parking is over there. Ooh. Let's see how that goes.
Build some houses. You're a real success now.
I also want riches, Click. So
Touch these.
that'd be
No more
nice.
secure an investment than hotel.
Player 3.
Rent is
Player
due,
3
and it's
is
going to cost you one
you.
property.
You can have that one. Oh, actually, no, you can't. I just gave up some houses.
You've got no properties, so can't pay any
I'm
rent.
still going to take all of your properties.
Two properties in rent. Easy money for the monopoly owner. Not on the tenant.
So somebody mentioned the Landlord's game at the top of the stream.
Sure know how to play this game.
And I feel like this is the part of Monopoly that people have lost.
Look great.
That being,
Go to G.
there used to be a
Choose
second
three
part to the
properties
game,
give up as bail.
wherein...
Tough choosing. I can feel the rumble coming.
Oh no.
Quick.
Away go my
All
houses.
are
That's
nothing
fine.
but rubble, and hotels
There's
are
a second
broken
part
houses.
of Monopoly where basically everyone with all the money just gets ousted and loses. And this has been lost in the modern game. Okay, so the rule about free parking gets all the tax money from the middle of the board, that's a house rule. That's not an actual rule in the book. But it is a fairly prevalent one, so it's not something your system made up, necessarily. It's just something that
Make the rent without
happens
any properties in your
in
portfolio.
games of Monopoly.
Tax must be paid. One property should settle. That's it, everybody. Who's our winner?
Well then, that was a fairly lopsided game. Possibly because I only have one Stilton.
A winner, rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Am I gonna leave that one? I'm gonna leave it out there. I'm just gonna, yeah.
You're a winner. You did it your own way.
I'm going to take a short moment
Tremendous. Player one,
to
you are the winner.
promote. Why are his hands trembling? Surely he should be stood still. Why is he trembling?